Yo.
So
Hey, crypto heads, what's happening? It's the Goose, and I think you can actually see me. I don't think I'm like pixelating or anything at the moment.
Right? I like it.
That's
it's
good.
okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
But welcome back. We're super excited to be here. Sorry about last week and the abrupt end, like I said on the post. Fighting some internet issues, kind of locked into a deal with Verizon 5G internet that I'm not too thrilled about, but hopefully in July I can get it rectified. So
Right.
just bear with me. But the phone seems to be doing okay, so we'll roll with it. Good.
Darren says you're looking good.
I know that, but I'm talking about the internet. Thanks, D.
Nice.
I mean, Darren.
Good one.
But we're super
That's
excited.
great.
If you guys have anything to talk about, let us know. We got Parapsychon coming up this weekend. Super excited about that.
I'm super excited. I just picked up some new t-shirts today.
How did they come out? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm pretty sure.
Are they the same?
Let's see. Yeah.
It was a big reveal. Okay.
Ooh.
You could get this fine shirt for $20. Just
Hey.
So we actually had the original logo then.
Yeah. I gotta
this
get
one.
them all. Yep.
Nice.
I got like
gotta get
3
them
of
all
them.
put in bags and organized.
I built out the armpits, man. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I get like a good year out of them, and then I look down and there's a big gaping hole in my armpit. I don't know what.
Well,
What the?
I had the. Oh yeah, just talk about the quality of our shirts on the show, Ray.
It's every shirt I own. No. It's not our shirt. It's every
That's not
shirt.
going to help anything.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys.
Yes, Darren. We'll be there on Sunday as well.
I'll be there on Sunday. Won't be there on
Is Darren
Saturday though.
setting up a table, or is he just hanging out for the weekend? I think he's setting up a table.
Darren? I don't know. Well, I would assume he's not because he asked about Sunday.
Oh.
Not both days. I assume he's just going on Sunday.
I'm sure he could probably answer that question for you.
Darren, are you setting up a table or are you just going to visit on Sunday?
I mean, if you want to guess, that's fine.
Right.
I think he's going next week.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to see all 3 of us, your chances is better if you come out Sunday. We'll all be there.
Because Heisenberg will not be there on Saturday.
Yep. I've got a family function.
Family first.
So rude. How dare they plan it on the weekend of Parapsychon?
They know who we are.
Right.
Just my dad.
You gotta be careful. He watches the show.
Oh, and my cousin, because I'm hopefully I can finally give that Cryptic Paranormal hat I bought for him 2 years ago.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Nice. It's a good group of people.
Cool, Darren. That'll be cool to see you guys. What's up, Goat?
Jeff, are you coming to Parapsychon this weekend?
Good.
Who else? What's the one? Penhurst. I think they have an event this weekend as well.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. There's so many events. I feel like every weekend there's like 1 or 2 things going on.
Yeah.
The Paracons are crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Gabagoo. Yeah,
I'm excited though. A lot of people.
Okay, John, I know where I can put that sandwich.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of cool people there. A lot of people that were there last year, and some new ones.
Yeah. I'm excited. Dustin will be there.
Dustin will be there again. Andrea will be there just Saturday. I think she's going home Sunday.
That's not what I was thinking, John.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, it'll be good. And it'll be good. Just a lot of, like John and Darren and Eddie, they're They don't have a vendor table, but they'll still be there. There's going to be so many people just there too.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
even
yeah. Yeah, last time there's quite a few people I met for the first time that I've been on Facebook, friends with on Facebook forever.
right.
Like,
It's funny because you can know somebody, like, you know their family,
yeah,
you know their spouse, you know their kids'
right,
names, what sports their kids play, but you've never met them in real
yeah,
life.
yeah. Like my friend Kathleen Wilson, I've known her for I don't know how many years on Facebook, but she just showed up at our table. She's like, "Goose," I'm like, "Holy shit,
Right.
who you are?" Like people I haven't seen in forever, so it's always a good time. It's family reunion and it's a local one, so there's a lot of people that we know coming through.
Yeah. It's gonna be rough, I'm not gonna lie. My middle son's going to Niagara Falls,
Okay.
and so he's going on Friday, and they're supposed to get back at 10 o'clock, but that never happens. Last year they got home at 11:30. So I have to go pick him up at anywhere between 10 and midnight. And then I have to be on the road, I think, at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's not going to be fun.
No.
Dude, you should just stay here.
Well, no.
Is it
How
closer
long
for
did
you
it
guys?
take you?
Like 3 hours.
Well, don't forget, like Sunday, you don't have to be there till 10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's in until
So I have
10.
to leave at 7. Okay.
We leave everything set up overnight. They won't let us tear
Yeah.
down on Saturday. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
so
got-
what is it? You guys want me to watch you set up in the morning or watch you tear down at night? Which one do you guys want?
bastard.
Mama Bear's not going to Parasicon.
Oh,
No. Boo. Sorry.
Well,
Hopefully we'll see you next month at FTI.
I'm sure. Nancy, you'll be at FCI Con.
are we going to be at FCI Con?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
All right.
Wait, like as a vendor? Do we have a table at FCI Con?
I don't know. We really got to get an intern.
I'm pretty sure I told Addie we were going to be there, but I guess we should double check.
Yeah, we should definitely double check that. I mean, I'll probably be there anyways, regardless of whether we have a table or not.
Right.
We'll just be on the mobile. We'll be a mobile station.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah.
Yeah, we
want-
need it first.
like a
This
nice
is why I've been
spray.
telling you guys forever. This is why we need one.
Yeah.
You can walk around with like a big box of merch hanging off your neck. Like,
Right.
T-shirt
Just sell
for
it
sale?
underneath it. Yeah, just put it underneath the trench coat. It'll be fine. Nothing could go wrong.
trench coat.
I would ride around on a trolley.
That'd be fun. Yay.
Good. Can't wait to see you, Mama Bear. Well, we'll be there in some capacity, whether we have a table or if
Yeah.
we're just hanging out.
We should definitely know that though.
Yeah.
Darren has a table for FCI Con.
We'll just hang out at Darren's table.
Yep.
Right.
So everybody else does, all right?
Yeah.
It's the cool table.
Right?
That's awesome. I'm excited for that too. It's so nice to get out of hibernation and like actually do stuff.
I suppose.
Heisenberg's like, I like it.
He's becoming quite the hermit.
Yeah.
A little worried about you, man. A little worried.
I go out.
What, to the gas station?
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
The other day I went to McDonald's.
Oh, look at you. Good
Inside or
point.
drive-through?
Drive-through. And they fucking let 3 people go in front of me. And I told Kate, I'm never going to a double drive-through line again. I about lost my shit, man.
Every time I go to one around here, like there's always one lane closed. So I'm like, I don't
I
even
wish
know.
it was like that. I sat there and drove my car back and forth in front of the speaker.
Oh my gosh. All right. Darren's going to save us a spot if we don't have a table.
Awesome.
So I had to reach out to Darren to ask for a favor. We had husband and wife that came to the seminary,
Oh.
and they were super nice. They were super nice, but they had never done this before, like a private investigation. They've done like public hunts, whatever.
Yeah.
And anybody who's been to both knows that it's a very different game. It's very different when you are literally the only two people in the building.
Oh
and
yeah.
There's no staff, there's no other guests, nothing. So they were a little intimidated. And they happened to be going to Old Licking County Jail on Friday.
Oh nice.
And they were like, do you think you could see if anybody could stay with us? So I had to reach out to Darren. I said, you're in good hands. Darren's wonderful. Yeah. He's the best tour guide there is at any building.
He was a blast. I had a blast with him when we were there last time.
I know. We need to go and stay longer.
Yeah, I need to go, so I'm not like getting there 2 hours late and
that's the one I didn't go to, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think you were there. No.
No, I wasn't at that one.
Oh, yeah, some cool things happened that night, though.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool building, and they have beautiful hinges as well.
Yeah.
So
it's a very important, it's a very important piece of
a
haunted location to have beautiful historical
hinges or door paint or doors.
How many doors just because they didn't have nice door hinges? I'm like, I don't like the hinges here. I'm out.
Right. You know what though? It really speaks to the way that the buildings were built back then. They put that much detail into the hinges of the doors, something that people probably never look at. They spent so much time doing it.
Yeah.
Back in the day, man.
I know.
They don't make places like the Gill House, like that pocket door. Freaking amazing.
Oh my gosh. Remember how excited I was at the Wickyards?
Yeah.
When he's like, there's pocket doors. And I was like, oh my God. No, I said, are those pocket doors? He's like, do you want to close them? I'm like, yes.
See, like, if I were to build a house now, I'd build it like that, old style Victorian.
Yeah.
Right. But good luck finding a builder that's going to do it and do it well.
Right.
They don't care. The builders just want to get things done quick and cheap.
Smack them on the head.
Right. I feel like if there was a builder who would build houses that way, that they could make so much money, because
there's some out there. This old house. Let's call this old house. Oh, problem solved.
I wish. Listen, if I had a dream job, if I could do, my dream job would be to go into these houses that are going to be torn down, or these buildings that are going to be torn down, and take those things out. Take the stained glass windows out, the door hinges, take all of that stuff so it can be reused in another building. Because I hate to see it in a pile of rubble, when it could be reused. I would love to be able to just go in and do that. I mean, it's all going to go to a landfill. Why not? Why not let somebody else enjoy it? And you can make money off of it,
Right.
You could sell that stuff.
There's a lot of places that are doing that more, though, aren't they? Because, the Habitat for, or that, is it the Habitat for Humanity stores that, have the, I know you're talking about the higher end, stuff, but I'm wondering if some people do that. There's got to be.
I would hope so.
Oh, there are, yeah. There's a lot of people that will go and it's pay to gut a house and take a lot of the that kind of thing, the nice doors, the big pocket doors. And they'll make a big buck off of the profit of reselling them to somebody who wants to add them to the decor of their house, or put it in a historical building somewhere.
And then it's it's living on. It gets new life, which makes me happy.
I could always move the house. I could buy a house and move it.
Yeah.
Hey, talk to Ron at Taylorsville. He'll help you. He'll tell you how to do it.
I figured I'd get some jacks, get a pickup truck.
Yeah, just a couple strong guys in a trailer. You're fine.
I got some beers, guys. Bam, bam, bam. One afternoon, the house is moved.
Yeah.
A couple beers, they'll just lift it themselves. Just tell us where to put it.
Yeah, that's how it works. And I swear, whenever I hear about people moving houses, they like buy them for $1.
Yeah.
But then they have to pay to move it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Well, the school
it's like $100,000 to move it.
Yeah.
But still.
Well, the cool thing about Ron from the Shalersville Historical Home is he like actually will disassemble the whole thing and rebuild it.
That's crazy.
Like, I don't know how he does that. Like, I don't know if he goes like completely disassembles or like disassembles like pieces and parts and then puts them back together.
Dude, if I take anything apart, it's not going back with all the pieces.
Not going back together. Thank you.
Nope.
Yeah, I've seen things where people are like, even just like little sheds or something.
Yeah.
And they'll post it on Facebook like free, just come and disassemble it. And I'm like, that'd be sweet, but I'm not getting it back together. It's not going to happen. I'm just going to
one of the guys I work with, he's like, dude, I got this sweet shed from one of the patients. They were just getting rid of it. I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go. I took it apart and I'm going over the weekend. I put it in my truck. I'm like, now we'll see.
And like, now what?
Yeah. He just resold it scrap because now he didn't know how to put it back together. He was missing.
Even if I like took pictures, even if I took pictures and stuff, I'd be like, yeah, YouTube would be my only hope.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I kept my truck running because of YouTube.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I kept my old furnace running for quite a while.
Yeah.
Save a lot of money. I was trying to read what he said.
He said, I hooked up with a historical hinge and hardware guy in New York that sold the pocket door rollers to me for the jail from 1878. He had every kind of door hardware you could think of. That's amazing.
Yeah, there's people that collect this shit and they
would just like to look through the magazine of that.
Right? Does he have a store? Oh my gosh, can you imagine? I could spend hours in there.
You want a pocket door? I got you a fucking pocket door. Stands in the corner in New York.
Oh my gosh, it'd be amazing.
You got the thing.
It's good though. It does make me happy to see that they're not being scrapped or tossed in a landfill or something. Because I'm totally nerdy about that kind of shit. Like, I don't know, just how much those have been through. And then to just throw them away is such a travesty.
Right. I watch a lot of those like DIY shows where they take salvage and they reuse it in their home, or they're completely rebuilding an old home and they find stuff that matches that they need, stuff like that. It's really cool.
I love it. And like all these buildings, there's sadly you see it all the time, like big buildings getting torn down and they have everything inside of them, like old medical equipment, old beds, you know what I mean? Like somebody needs to go into those buildings and take that stuff and give it to other buildings who are doing what we're doing, and what the jail's doing and whatever, like just give it to somebody or even sell it to them if they can afford it. But if they're running a building, they can't afford it. Just take that stuff and put it somewhere where people can appreciate it. Because otherwise it's going to be in the bottom of a pile of rubble and it doesn't do any good there.
None. John, that pisses me off. But I don't know. When I saw it for the first and the last time, I don't know if that could be salvaged at this point. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the bones are still good, but I don't know. It was looking pretty. It was a beautiful building, and I could tell it was beautiful at one point. But there's just not enough time and money and effort to put into just.
They're basically selling the land, right?
That's what it seems like. But the land is Stark County Park.
Is it?
Like, so like they
because you can just go there.
Yeah, you can sit there and have like a picnic and shit and like just stare at it. But the problem is kids break in, people break in and do their urbexing or just straight up vandalizing and stealing shit or trying to break shit. It's just,
I hate people.
Sucks.
That pisses me off so much. When people break in, I don't know what's going on with Molly Stark. I'm just saying when people like break into places. And you know what? I'll admit, I watch Urbex videos.
Yeah.
You know, on YouTube, whatever. Like, I'll watch other people do it. I won't do it because I'm a chicken shit. But
Right.
there's a difference between urban exploring and being a fucking asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you could walk through a building and appreciate it and film it and take pictures of it without destroying things or doing graffiti or, you know, breaking windows to get in.
Right.
There's a huge difference.
I agree.
Oh, that's so terrible.
Hopefully there's a way to salvage something from it or build some kind of memorial to it or something.
Right.
That was just a building, man.
Or just like a park bench with a plaque like the most parks do.
Right.
Always dark.
Yeah.
Nope. They're going to forget about that place.
Terrible.
It's amazing how many people don't even know what it is.
There's not even like one wing that they could save and then use the bricks to like just wall it off or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
So terrible. I hate to see
They wanted a crazy amount of money for that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is a shame because they missed their opportunity. You know, the people who can afford super expensive are not the people who are going to save it.
Nope.
You know,
nope.
You need the people who just want to work hard and save it. They don't have $2 million, you know. Marvin's like, I got to touch the building once. Yeah, that would be me. Like I'll touch it one time. Like like Finding Nemo when they go touch the boat.
I'd get caught, pretty sure.
John heard that the asking price was actually reasonable, but the stipulation was crazy.
Huh.
Maybe it was. Because I think there was something, unless I'm confusing it with another building. I think there was something like asbestos or something that needed to be handled. And that part of it was going to be super expensive. Like,
I can imagine that.
Right. You could go buy the building for relatively cheap, you know, reasonable price, but then there's like a ton of work that needs to be done.
Or destroy it. Or take
Yeah.
Yep. Well, it's a park. I don't understand how it's in a park.
And how
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Stark County just built a park around it, I think.
Is the land like the park land?
It's county parkland. It's Stark County. The county owns it.
Are they the ones selling Molly Stark?
I don't know who owns it. I don't
I'm just asking. I don't know.
Let me look it up. Somebody go to the Stark County Auditor's website.
You just said something.
60,000.
I do that.
What? That's kind of ridiculous.
I do that in a second.
Was it the county
if you go?
If I had $60,000,
no,
I don't care if they sell it.
Okay, I buy it for $60,000, and then I put my life into it and all of my money, and I, you know, make all these improvements and whatever, and I turn it into a great business. My kids can't have that business. My husband can't take over that business.
Nope.
Like they have to just take
it back. You better save some money when you have that business.
Right.
I feel like there's no saving money when you have a historical building, because if you get money, it goes right back in its building.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see.
We know a few people who deal with that on a daily basis.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I swear there's like something with asbestos or
I'm sure it's got a lead paint.
Yeah, lead there's paint. Something big that needs to be done. I'm not gonna sell that shit back to the county. No.
I don't want my family to be spoiled, Denise.
I don't know. I don't think I want my family to have to deal with that responsibility. They'd probably end up selling it themselves.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, see, my kids are weirdos like me. They would totally take it on. You know,
That's what you think, and then one day they're going to be like sitting there, like they're like, you know what? We can split this up. I could go live in Florida. You can go live in California. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah. I don't know. There's asbestos in there too, but that isn't part of the stipulation to buy it, or at least it wasn't last year when I was told that. I don't know, man. I don't know why they would
buy it, but if you want to actually like fix it up and run it as a museum or whatever you want to do with it, have tours, you're gonna have to. I'm sure they're gonna make you clean that shit up.
Yeah,
that is not.
Like to have the public in there.
Yeah, we saw what happened with Madison, what Adam had to deal with.
Right,
yeah,
the fire system and all that shit.
Yep. Yeah.
And Molly Stark's a lot bigger than Madison, isn't it? Like size-wise?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, and then that's not, I mean, it's not 60,000 anymore. Like, yeah, that might be the purchase price, but you're going to be spending a lot of money to get it to open. Because even at Madison, with us installing the fire system, obviously not us, like me. I had nothing to do with that. I'm not that smart. But Shay put it in, and that was, so there's no labor cost, and I think it was still like between $12,000 and $15,000 just for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a shame.
No, you don't have. Don't you have to pay for the inspector to come check it out too to make sure?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
at multiple points.
The racket.
Molly was a former TB hospital, and it has tunnels under the property and a children's building or infirmary that's a separate building on the property too.
Yeah,
so they saved that one. That's what I'm saying. Gosh, it's just so sad. And I hate that you hear about it so much, these buildings just going under.
There are people dogging people who like ghost hunting, but a lot of us are really like so into the history and like being like really interested in how people are saving these places and getting pissed off when they don't.
And there's countless buildings that would share the same fate if it wasn't for people doing paranormal investigations, so they can knock it all they want, but we're saving history. Every single time you go book a building and you pay for it, you are saving history. So people can make fun of us all they want. Because at the end of the day, they can't say the same thing. So.
Yeah, but there are owners who will take a place and try to sell it for way too much, over worth. We've already seen that right now with the friends of ours in the Greensville man. Yeah. But like I know, like when I was friends with Natalie, who owned the Bell nursing home that we went to, we had my event at, and like somebody, had she not asked for so much money and got herself so far under with that place, somebody could still be running that as I mean, is the only piece of history in the town. It's literally one street. The whole town is one street.
Oh my god!
One street, a cemetery.
Yeah. So it's like just a crazy area. It's like middle of nowhere. But I mean, she still had beds in there, like the hospital beds from the nursing home. She still had like letters and cards that people posted in their rooms, still hanging up on the wall.
Wow, that's cool.
So I mean, there's so much stuff that she had kept there, and she tried to sell it for like $400,000 or something. It's like no way.
Yeah,
because there's a lot. There's definitely mold issue. There's definitely electronics. I'm sure it was nowhere near being up to fire code. The only working bathroom was this little closet bathroom under the stairs. It was really weird. Like Harry Potter when I had to get it, but it would have. I mean, compared to places like Molly Stark that are falling apart so bad, somebody could have done something with it.
Right.
And she sold it at a decent price. You know?
Well, that's people's priorities. They're
It's just the money.
They're more interested in the money than the history. Darren said we have had an old drive-in theater that has been closed since 1980. No one will buy it because the screen is asbestos and Licking County requires it to be abated before tearing it down. It sits on 45 acres too, but no one will do it because of the abatement cost.
Somebody just needs to get some dynamite and blow that fucker up.
You know what? And this is America. If I want to watch a screen that has asbestos in it, like, just let me sign a waiver or something. Like, get your nose out of our business. Just let people take these buildings and do what they can with them.
Asbestos is only bad if you breathe in the particulates.
Right. Like, just
and you have like a prolonged exposure to it.
Yeah, just cover it with some
sitting in my own car. What harm is it doing me?
Right.
I'm getting worse toxins from sitting in my car and the fumes and radio waves.
We're going to McDonald's. Like, what the fuck? You don't care about that.
That chip food that I'm stuffing in my face from the from the concession stand.
Oh gosh. Yeah,
I noticed the roof in some spots.
The roofs are always like that's the worst thing to go, man.
Yeah, because it just.
Oh yeah, that goes and the building is pretty much done.
Yep.
Right.
That's a lot of the buildings on Penhurst property, like they just are completely caved in. Like there's no saving those.
Trees growing out of them and shit.
Yeah. Out of I think there's like some 20 some buildings on that property or something. And there's only like 2 or 3 that they actually let people in.
Yeah. Wow. That explains why everybody's so fucked up from that show, man. That movie.
Right.
The snow used in The Wizard of Oz when Dorothy and the others were in that field was 100% asbestos.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's why they're all messed up.
Yeah. That's crazy. What a world we lived in. They were like, this asbestos is great, and they put it in everything.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a little off subject, but not really. Like we were watching. I just turned Friends on HBO Max just because I used to watch it back in the day. It reminds me of my mom, so it's like a comforting background noise when I'm like working on something, but I want the TV going. You just want that noise.
Explain why you like Friends.
I think Friends is hilarious.
Right?
I love Friends. But my daughter, the story goes that my daughter's watching it, and it was one of the first episodes when Chandler started smoking again, but he was smoking in the coffee shop. She's like, "You used to be able to smoke in a restaurant?" I'm like, has it been that long?
Right?
Smoke on an airplane.
I know. Doctors used to smoke in a doctor's office.
Yeah, in the hospital when my mom had me, she was allowed to smoke as long as she wasn't smoking while she was holding me.
Yeah.
And like I'm not.
In the hospitals, they used to have smoke rooms too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they just don't have anything now. You're not allowed to smoke on the premises.
Our high school had which this was past before our time, but the high school that I went to had a courtyard in the middle, and the seniors used to be allowed to smoke out there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The days.
But no, that's just like we're going back to the asbestos thing. Just people use it for everything.
I know. I wonder what we're using now that's going to be termed like so unhealthy.
Right?
There's something.
Oh, it's everything, dude. All our food eventually, like it'll be like the most perfect, like healthy thing, and then a year from now, oh, you shouldn't eat that. That's horrible for you.
Yeah.
Chemo.
That's a good one, John. Like eggs, I feel like every other year they're good for you, they're bad for you. They're good for you, they're bad for you.
Fatty. You shouldn't eat those. They're animal byproduct. Right. You shouldn't eat those.
And then the next year it's like eat as many eggs as you can because they're good.
Here's how to make a chaffle. Here's how to make this egg keto thing.
I try to avoid eggs at all costs.
You don't like eggs either?
No. I mean, if they're in something, that's fine, like cake or something, but so why would I want to eat eggs?
But they're delicious.
I eat Cadbury eggs.
Oh my god!
Those are delicious too.
Counts.
Huh?
Those are delicious too, but that's the point.
Eggs are gross.
They're a good source of protein, and they're delicious.
They're freaking fetuses in a shell.
I mean, when you think about it that way.
Yeah, this is definitely back porch talk tonight. I love it.
Oh,
they
right?
still do it.
Oh yeah.
They still do. They still do the shock there. Oh, not hydroshock, maybe.
Hydroshock is like putting somebody in a bathtub of water
Right.
and throwing the toaster.
That's what I say. I don't think they do that anymore.
Yeah. And it was the same thing. I mean, they thought they were making medical breakthroughs, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, now the thing is like those cryo tanks where you get into like a freezing room, like instead of a sauna, it's like negative so many degrees just to let yourself freeze because it's. I actually watched it on that Chris Hemsworth special on Disney Plus. He did a whole episode about like getting yourself cold and like shocking your system.
I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
Germs need a warm, moist environment to live.
Right.
So if you just take away the warmth, what are they going to do?
Yep.
My mom worked for a case, and you know they train doctors there. It's obviously very smart people. And she noticed that all the professors would always walk around with no coats on in the wintertime. And finally she asked one of them, like, what are you doing? Why do none of the doctors wear coats? And that's what he said. You know, he's like, I don't ever get colds. I don't get the flu. You know, I give my body a chance to get really cold and it kills the germs.
Yeah.
Okay. So like these TB hospitals where they would put people's beds outside. I mean, there was some science to that.
Yeah. Plus, if I'm dying, I would like a nice little view and some.
I'll take my chances. I don't want to be cold.
Stan Hewitt Hall, they had the porches there, and the person on the tour said that they would, you know, the maids would go in the morning and brush all the snow off of the kids before they got up because they would just basically be sleeping outside.
Yeah, that's messed up.
But they thought it was good for them because then they wouldn't get sick, and you know, there's kind of some truth to
that. Lake Erie in the winter and stand outside for 10 minutes and you'll be healed.
Done.
I do that anyway. Anytime I'm up there, I get out, even if it's cold and blowing and rainy.
Oh my gosh!
I got to get up and walk.
It'll be like now, like May, almost June, and you go by the lake, and there's still like just ice cold wind that comes off of it.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it's probably the same with you, Dee. But when I go to Port Clinton, I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be like 62 because we're right off the lake.
Yeah.
It's like that until June.
Yeah, it is. Although the lake didn't freeze too much this year.
No, so it might not be that much of a.
Yeah,
we get
it's just crazy.
In some of these buildings we go into.
What?
So we get freezing in some of these buildings that we go into when we're ghost hunting.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Madison's finally starting to, like the bottom floor is cold, but the asylum's starting to get warm. Yeah. So it made it switch from freezing cold to, you know, sauna, because that's what it does. There's never like a happy medium.
Never.
So it made the switch already.
Wow. Usually they have a clear day one day in June. I guess it was quicker this year.
Nope. There's a moth in here. Yeah, I always am fascinated with these crazy ass treatments that they would do to people. And then like even like smoking, like in the 80s, there's like newspaper or like magazine ads that are like, oh, 4 out of 5 doctors recommend Camel cigarettes, and you're like, what?
Yep.
It was not even that long ago.
Oh boy.
I remember they started taking all that out. Took the TV commercials away, took the advertisement away.
Yep. And then like putting whiskey on babies' gums, and there's all kinds of shit.
Oh yeah.
Like it was just normal.
Straight up, yeah, hot toddies, straight up whiskey and lemon honey. It's like, here, 2-year-old, have a shot so you can go to sleep comfortably.
But again, alcohol kills germs, you know? So is it really that
I think it's
crazy?
mostly just to make you feel like relaxed and like
Right.
doze off. I don't know. Now you do that now, though, you're going to get, and somebody knows about it, you're going to be reported, and your kids will be taken away from you. And it's like
for
ridiculous.
sure. I just watched this whatever, like mini documentary about how Rockefeller actually changed the medical industry. And, you know, once they learned that they could make medicines from petroleums, they made it so that everything natural was like quackery, is what they called it. And so they made this huge push to like get rid of all of the natural cures for things, like stop using herbs, whatever. And Rockefeller funded all of the doctors' colleges and said, okay, I'll give you these grants, but you have to teach my curriculum.
Yep.
And so they started teaching the doctors. Yeah, it's freaking crazy. That guy had a lot of power over the way the world still is. Yeah.
Ohio.
Yeah.
You got the change. You can do whatever
he was
you
like
want.
Standard Oil, right? Was it Standard Oil? Yeah.
Yeah, there was. And you can't take like herbs and stuff, like the things that we've been using for hundreds of years. You can't like patent those or you know, like have the rights to them because they just grow, you know. So he changed modern medicine. Yeah, Darren, I don't understand. What do
you even think of like old vaccines? Who thought of like, okay, let's take this virus and shoot somebody up with it to kill the same virus that they already have? I mean, it's like basically what they're doing. It's like, okay,
or like cocaine. They just give people cocaine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, cocaine.
It's great for you.
Can of pop.
But everybody was happy.
Yeah.
Happy and running around, man. That's why shit got done, I guess, back then. That's why people are so. I mean, that's why they're so like particular on their buildings, because they were just like, yeah. But faster.
Oh gosh. And yeah, I mean, somebody was sitting around and said, you know what I think that crazy person needs? I think that they need some pressure relieved, and we should pop their brain with a freaking needle. Yeah. You know, like,
yeah,
it's just crazy.
Go back even farther. Let's just let them bleed out. They'll bleed out the bad blood.
Yeah, it makes sense on paper.
Yeah, right.
Oh gosh. I know there's a Facebook meme that's like, being an old-timey doctor was probably fantastic. Like, you just say like, oh, there's ghosts in your blood. Do some cocaine about it. That's what they did. Or like,
that's why people only lived to 50, but they were happy the whole time.
And strong and productive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just crazy. You start getting down that rabbit hole.
I'm getting distracted because on my end, Heisenberg looks like he's looking at the bottom of his bottle, and it just keeps going. Like,
I noticed there was a bruise on my arm when I held up my bottle. I was like, I don't know.
Like, I'm coming through, but I see looking at you guys, like your video keeps getting weird.
Mine?
Both ears, but it's very, very seldom. But he's still looking at the bottom, and then like I see his face, and it's back up, like just like this, like he's shaking the shit out of his Pepsi.
Nope, that's Lincoln's job.
It's weird.
He likes to get it. He's walking towards me, and he goes. I'm like, oh man,
right?
He knows it every time too. He just looks at me and smiles. I'm like, dude,
right.
He didn't want to come on. Right. He didn't want to come on the show tonight because he had to wear his eye patch.
Oh.
No. Tell him Uncle Goose knows exactly how he feels, because I went through the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to make his lazy eye more strong and then straighten out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's starting to.
Yeah, it started to. Then they took the patch off and then went right back to where it started. So.
Maybe we'll get some
unfortunately, the patch is the last step before surgery.
Yeah, I know. And I've had 3 of those surgeries. So.
Jeez, really?
Yeah.
I figured he just needed to run into a door and like his would uncross. He runs. I figured that's how it happened. He runs headfirst into doors all the time.
Oh my gosh!
I guess because he couldn't see.
Darren, you should watch. There's a show called The Brands That Built America.
Yes. Yes.
I freaking love that show. They did a whole thing about Coca-Cola on there because the guy who invented Coca-Cola was like a drug addict. Like he was addicted to drugs, and that's what he was.
He got ripped off too.
Oh yeah. Well, he died. Died, and then his wife.
Somebody got ripped off. Wife.
Yeah, the business partner bought Coca-Cola from the wife for $300. And
oh shit.
She just took it because she needed the money. She's a widow. It's not like women had jobs back then. She didn't know what she was going to do. So the guy was like, I'll give you $300. And that was, seemed like a lot of money. So he owns, he went from partner to sole owner of Coca-Cola for $300. It's crazy.
I like that show. I didn't see that one. I saw the one about Hershey.
Yep, and then Reese's.
Yeah. And then the one about the cornflakes.
Yeah.
Cornflakes, yeah.
And then there was the one about Heinz, about the ketchup.
Yep. I love that one
Didn't
too.
realize how disgusting catsup was. Like I didn't realize it was like rancid shit.
Mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horseradish. That's what it was. Horseradish.
And it was, and Heinz was like the first person to put it in a clear bottle so they could show people, like, look, these are just normal ingredients, because other companies were putting like sawdust and like all kinds of shit in their ketchup. And the reason it was invented is to cover up the rancid smell and taste of the meat, because meat was just sold in like open air markets. And so if you were eating meat, you were eating rotten meat essentially. So they made ketchup to try to make it better by giving you more rancid, rotten shit to put on it. And Heinz was the first one that was like real ingredients.
Right.
It's just so cool. I love that stuff. Like
I saw the potato chip one. Did you see the Lay's and the Fritos one?
No.
That's a pretty good one too. I've seen a lot. Like I've watched them. Sometimes I'll fall asleep to them.
Yeah, I love them. And it's the
I like the Men That Build America too. That's what they talk about Rockefeller in that one.
In which one?
The Men That Build America or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Rockefeller, Carnegie, Ford, and all them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are good ones too.
That's good stuff. I like learning all of that stuff.
I watched. Yeah, like sometimes I used to fall asleep to. Like I used to fall asleep to those. Learned by osmosis.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. What do I watch that Cosmos with that Stephen Hawking? Can't remember who it was. It was one of those old physicist shows about black holes and stars and just one of those old like physics science shows. Or like the nature.
Talking about, I just can't think of who it was.
And then I knew those nature.
Was it Isaac Asimov?
No, that was a sci-fi writer. Can't think of his name. Anyways, but we also fall Edinburgh. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? This is kind of like my anxiety and stuff. There's already something in space coming towards us to kill us.
Thanks.
We just don't know how far away it is.
Ironically, I asked Google today when the Earth was going to explode, and she said 50 million years.
Yeah. New York is sinking into the water because their skyscrapers are too heavy.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Dumbass New Yorkers.
But yeah, I was thinking about that the other night. I was like, you know what? The mass extinction event's already coming at us. We just don't know it.
That's great. Thanks for your anxiety, giving my anxiety something else to think about.
You ever think about what happens if the Earth started rotating?
What do you
Started?
mean?
Stopped.
It did stop. No, the core of the Earth stopped rotating.
They don't even know that for sure. How do they know that? By mathematics?
Is there like a speedometer on the inside of the
Yeah. I mean, how do they know that for sure? They do some mathematics and they figure, hey, you know what? The core moved.
And they just like talk about it so nonchalantly. They're like, okay, scientists are trying to figure out whether the core of the Earth stopped or went in reverse. And I'm like, okay, isn't either one of those bad?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
I know the poles are gonna switch soon.
Yeah. That'll be weird. That's like day after tomorrow stuff.
Yep. Yeah. I was doing that for you, Ray.
That's like a scientific explanation. So you know.
I always get very into those clickbait ads or like little articles on Facebook about this asteroid that's going to be coming close to Earth.
Nope, I don't read those at all.
Then you click on like, oh yeah, we're talking like millions of miles, like, but it's close enough for us to notice that it's coming.
Yeah, you might be able to see it.
What?
I don't like to read those. I hate it when I find out about them. Like tomorrow, the asteroid will be the closest it ever has been to Earth. I'm like, why the fuck are you telling me this shit? What am I supposed to do about it?
Maybe call off work that day. I
guess. Like, okay.
Start running around Akron screaming, "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!"
Like, you guys hear about the asteroid that's about to hit us? It's going to come close. I mean, it's not going to hit us. It's going to come close. Like, a billion miles away from us.
Right.
But if you squint your eyes, you might be able to see it. That's what they mean.
Yeah,
but Nancy talked about the Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch being the best show, and I completely agree with her. So I just wanted to put that out there, Mama Bear.
I usually fall asleep to air disasters now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've seen them all, so it's like repetitive. They had train ones on there the other day. Or runaway train in San Bernardino at 90 miles per hour.
Oh yeah.
And a train in Canada collided with a passenger train, a freight train. Oh. Yeah, they showed though. There was 2 of those shows on there.
Oh wow!
I can't even think of the last time I watched TV.
I usually watch it to fall asleep. Other times I'm watching YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Cobra Kai reactions kind of dried up, so I started looking at John Wick ones, or listening to country music so I can see guys cry, like the reaction to those. I'm like, you're crying because of a song.
Oh my god, dude!
And then I start crying.
And then you're like, "Oh my god, dude, you're crying."
I'm running out of reaction videos, man.
Yeah.
That I want to watch.
Yeah, I don't really.
And then, you know what? I was telling Kate what pissed me off the most is when somebody starts a freaking series, it doesn't finish it.
Oh my god, I hate it. I waited until like
bitches.
I waited until like 2018 to watch Lost.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I want to start something and binge watch it and then finish it. I don't want to have to wait a week for it to come out.
We did the same thing with Lost, and there's 2 months of my life I can never get back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was like totally blindsided. I had no idea what happened. My husband's like, "You didn't know? You never heard anything?" I'm like, "No, because why would I listen to people talking about it?"
Right.
You know, if there's an article like, "Oh, about you'll never guess the ending of Lost," like I'm not gonna read that article because I never.
See, those are hard for me to pass up, even though I don't want to read them. I'm like, no.
I mean, we were like 4 seasons into The Walking Dead before we started watching it.
Yeah.
So just like I literally just like, you know what? All these people were talking about it. I just gotta check it out.
Yeah.
And we checked it out, and like my wife was still iffy after the first episode. I was like into it hardcore, like after the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But like about 2 episodes into it, like that was it. We were both hooked.
And I tried to watch that. I just couldn't get into it.
We still stuck with it even to the end, even though the end was kind of like, and now they have all these offshoot shows coming off.
Yeah.
Like they just showed the trailer for the one with Negan and Maggie in New York. Like how they get to New York City? Why are they in New York City?
Yeah.
Oh, they're in New
Why
York
would you
City.
want to go to New York City? Are there more zombies there? It's a heavily populated area.
There's zombies everywhere.
I know, but New York City especially, man, they're like watching Broadway shows and shit. Like they're living it up.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's infected.
Yeah, we did that with Game of Thrones too.
I never seen that either.
We were super far into that one. Right? That's with the Starks, yeah.
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 Yeah, we didn't start it till it was almost over, and then we binge watched it, and then the last season came up like right when we finished. It was like perfect timing.
Yeah, that's what we did too.
I did that with Parks and Recreation.
I need to watch that.
It is awesome.
I think I've been watched every episode and every season of The Office probably 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah.
Same with Friends. It's like I've been binge watching all the animated Star Wars series. Like I finished all 7 seasons of the Clone Wars. Now I'm working on Rebels.
I've been watching Unexpected Killer.
What is that?
like the show where like the killer is unexpected, man. Sometimes they like lead you down this trail. Like you're thinking it's this guy over here.
Yeah.
They're thinking it's that guy over there. But no, it's that guy over there. But then by the end of the show, it turns out he was that guy over here.
Are they like true stories?
DNA and all that stuff, because they're usually older cases.
Yeah.
So they're probably like cold cases, more like 30 years old. Some of the case, like the one I just watched before we got on the show, was like 30 years old. The case was.
We just found out, like on YouTube, they have all the old 48 hours, like the 48 hours.
I got 48 hours. I got the thing on my phone.
We do a lot of true crime in the house. That's mostly Kim's thing, but it's got me like my girls have been sick and at home while I've been at work for the last couple of days because Kim is away for work. She's down in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
So the girls have been home like the last few days. Both have been sick with just like a cold.
Yeah.
But I've been like worried. I think like the stupidest shit, the weirdest things that would never happen or go through my head while I'm at work. Like, what if this happened? What if somebody broke in and took them? Like, it's because we watch so much of this true crime shit. Like, it sets me off. Man.
One of these days, I'm going to be last seen on a CC camera. It's going to be the last time I was seen alive or something.
What?
Some old hotel that we're going
to. Or the gas station. This was the last time you were seen on CC. So, like, if somebody ever tried to kidnap me or kill me, I was like, hey, man, we got to go do the CC camera thing before.
Right.
Before you kill me, I at least got to do that. I want to be on a true crime show.
Just let me look right at the camera to give them a good shot for them to replay over and over.
I'll look at it like this.
I'll continue to review it to see a little pixelation so I could tell everybody it's your ghost leaving your body.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Witnesses.
Yeah, I watch too much of that too, like, because sometimes I'll be out here by myself watching it, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? What am I doing? One time I watched something I couldn't even finish it.
Yeah.
But
there's been some houses
I've been. A good one. That's a good one.
There's some houses I've been at work and that have struck my anxiety just because of the nature of the house.
Yeah.
And with like the nastiness inside, it's not great. Like I literally thought the guy was gonna shut the basement door on me when I was walking up because he was standing up there. All I could see was his shadow. This basement was like I don't know if you've probably never seen Black Phone because you don't. Have anybody seen Black Phone? You know what the basement looked like in that. That's exactly what it looked like. Just a dirt basement with just this random bed there and a bathroom. It was barely a bathroom.
Dude.
The walls were covered because the guy smoked, and the walls were covered with that like yellow, like dripping grossness.
Why were you going down this place?
Because he had his oxygen tank down there.
Oh, fuck that, man! You'll be able to walk yourself down there.
Yeah.
How do you get down there? How'd your oxygen tank get down there?
That's what I was
going to be asking.
I'm like walking back up, and he's standing at the top of the steps. I'm like, I am dead.
Yeah.
I want to say goodbye. Can I just say goodbye to my family real quick?
Yeah,
I mean,
right. Kim just gets a random message on her cell phone, like,
Yeah.
I just want to tell you I love you.
It is sad. Like you start working. Like I told Kate, I was like, if anybody ever tries to grab you, you fight.
Yeah.
You do not get in that car.
Yep.
Right.
Don't ever let them take you to the second location.
Nope. You make them do it. Take you right there if they have to. Most of the time, they're not going to. They're going to run.
Right.
Yeah. My girls are at the age where they can go and hang out with their friends and walk around like Stowe or Cuyahoga Falls or whatever they want to do, as long as one of us are close by. But they can go off by themselves, and it makes me nervous as hell.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine that right now.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. Like our parents let us go. They're like, you better get the hell out of the house.
Yeah.
We used to ride our
Phil and I were just talking about this tonight. Yep.
Like I would leave in the morning, come back in the evening.
There was some sketchy shit that I did as a child.
Oh yeah.
That I can't even imagine. Like I used to walk. I would say it was probably maybe 3/4 of a mile. It was not like super far. But like I used to walk in the middle of the day by myself when I was in kindergarten. And then like I would walk home and I had my key to the house on my necklace so I didn't lose it. And I would be home by myself, like 5 years old.
Right.
But that was just normal. There's another thing that was normal that now we're like, you can't do that.
But
I gotta wonder though. When I think about it, I gotta wonder though how normal was it though? Just I think social media.
We just didn't know about it. We were kids. We didn't know about it probably.
Normal.
There's just more light on it because you could see every day on social media posts, or like you can go watch your true crime on YouTube, all these different stories. Like it just.
Well, like they say, like sometimes, like just say there's like a couple kidnappings, all of a sudden those are just hitting the news. Those are going on all the time, anyways.
Right.
But all of a sudden, it's just like bam, bam, another kidnapping, another kidnapping, another kidnapping.
Yeah.
And it's just because one caught on to it and the other one's just decided to go for it for a little bit, but they happen every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, I'm like, every time I walk around, I'm like, does that guy look weird? And then I realize I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, shit, yeah.
That guy's definitely sketchy.
That guy's sketchy. I don't like the look in his eyes.
But Lincoln said the other day, oh, that's a sketchy noodle.
A sketchy noodle?
I have no idea. Yeah.
I like it.
He's like, that's a sketchy noodle. I was like, what?
That kid is so funny.
With like kidnapper vans.
Oh yeah, we had a purple van man in our city.
Oh
yeah.
Purple van man. Actually, one of my brother's friends has it as his like PlayStation name, Purple Van Man.
Oh geez. I don't know if that's a good idea.
We never knew what was going on. We don't know who he was. We were always just act like he was because he had a van. It was purple. Yeah. We always just used to run from it for the fun of it. Right. Who knows?
I think every neighborhood had that, like one neighbor that everybody just made up wild stories about.
Yeah. We had one guy, like the house was like all dilapidated and he had all these old cars in his front and backyard. And the story floated around our neighborhood. That's where he stored all his dead bodies, like in the trunks of those cars. So like the thing was, like at night you would walk up and like run up and touch a trunk and like hit it and then run away. Like to hear if you could hear like somebody knocking back.
Oh my God.
But yeah, he was just a pack rat who liked cars.
Right.
But never actually worked on
them. There was a guy in our neighborhood who was schizophrenic and he was a twin. And they like turned 18 or 19 or whatever. And the one twin moved out. And so the story obviously was that he killed his twin brother and that's why he's not around anymore. So every time we would see him, we'd be like, oh my gosh, there's the murderer that killed his twin brother.
That's funny.
No truth to it. Just kids.
Kids are silly.
I know. But yeah,
Kind
we
of
used
an
to do some wild shit, man. And we lived right by the lake. So like there was a time where we were out on the frozen lake and my friend fell through one of the waves. Like
oh shit.
we didn't have cell phones. We couldn't have called 911. Like
We were on the lake too, man. Like I said. Yeah. You took your chances.
Sketchy.
I used to
shit,
watch
man.
like all these trucks get stuck out there because the ice would break.
Oh yeah.
People drive their trucks out there I would do that.
No.
They have more respect, or not respecting the ice that's not there in Lake Erie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now, like, if I have to run to the store, I'm like, oh my God, I can't leave the kids home. Like, what?
Right. Like that kind of thing, like it's easier. But when I know they're home all day while I'm at work and my wife's out of town, that bothers me.
Yeah.
Especially when they're homesick. Like I don't know if they're feeling well. Like I don't know what the hell's going on. But
Right.
every time I called them like a million times yesterday, and they're like, "Dad, we're fine. We're just sleeping and watching TV." I'm like, "So you're not really sick. You're just trying to like have your normal day, right?"
Right.
I used to say I was sick and order pizza.
I'll tell my kids, like, okay, well, text me when you're done eating your snack. And they're like, why? I'm like, so I know you didn't choke.
It's so weird being a parent.
I know.
But yeah, we used to do crazy shit too. Like you guys talked about the lake. We had these gravel pits behind us.
Oh God.
We used to ride our bikes back there, and like our dirt bikes and 4-wheelers, and we used to go down these huge gravel pits and like jump them, and it's just like crazy shit. People used to get hurt back there all the time.
Right.
We didn't care. We just kept going.
I flew over the handlebars of a moped type thing because we were jumping.
Yeah.
And, like, I caught some awesome air, man. Didn't land too well though.
Yeah.
Over the handlebars. I thought I was like nothing happened to me. I was just like, that was lucky.
It's just wild, the shit that we would do.
And then I did it again. But I didn't wreck this time.
Right.
I knew what to do.
And then, like, there's all these things on TikTok. They're bringing back all the old commercials because at 10 o'clock at night, they would have like some random celebrity say, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Because that was a thing. Like parents had to be like, oh shit, that's right. Where are they?
Right.
They needed a reminder because
they're probably like, my kids are have to be home till 11. So
I had to be home when the streetlights came on.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, exactly. That was like when we knew curfew was hitting. We had to be inside.
But most of the people are at my house anyways because we had the basketball hoop. So I was already, like we were the only ones in the neighborhood. So
yeah.
And then my dad got mad because my neighbor was trying to slam dunk, but he couldn't like actually jump because we were little. So he got and built like this makeshift ladder and jumped and slammed it, but he hung onto it, and then our whole like front of the rim just bent. So, like broke our basketball hoop. My dad was so pissed.
We broke ours jumping off we didn't do that. We would jump off my picnic table and actually try to dunk it.
Oh my gosh.
And one of them, like, so we hung it there and just broke the whole thing down because we were coming down with force. We were just like,
right.
We were like coming in with the basketball, like, ah.
It's wild shit.
It's
we
like,
didn't have a basketball hoop.
I tell Kate all the time, I was like, dude, this is nothing, man. Because he's like jumping and climbing over stuff. I was like, it's going to be a rough ride.
Yeah. I mean, we used to jump off my friend's roof of her garage and hold on to a branch because it would like make us go down slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly, not really, but it was safer that way. Yeah. But now, like, my kids do anything, and I'm like, oh my God, stop. You're going to get hurt.
I know. Same way.
We used to build tree houses. How is like a 12-year-old able to engineer a tree house? I don't know how we didn't die.
No, my kids even stick any bit of their body outside of the car window while we're driving. I freak the hell out. I'm like, even if it's just like this, like nothing's really exposed, but part of it's on the window.
Right.
Like, get your arm in the window. What if we hit something? You're gonna lose your arm. So Piper just looks at me and goes like this with her arm all the way out the window. I'm like, all right, you lose the arm. I told you.
Meanwhile,
I tell Lincoln that all the time. You lose your arm.
I used to ride on my uncle had one of those Toyota vans where like the engine was in between the driver's seat and the passenger seat.
Yeah.
And like I used to sit on that. Like that's how I would drive for hours to get to camping because I was little, so I had to sit there.
Those are a pain in the ass to change oil in, man.
I bet.
I worked at Valvoline for a couple of years, man. I know. Like, it was crazy. Like
they were sweet though.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's
I never learned how to change my own oil.
I probably changed in those times more oil than anybody's probably going to change here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I liked it. I liked that job actually.
I feel like
got me to work on cars, but not really working on cars.
Right.
Right.
It sucked in the winter and the summer. Like, okay, it sucked weather-wise all the time because you'd be underneath there or you'd be up, But I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't have to like figure out what's wrong with the car. You just have the same job every time.
Yep.
Right. Last time I got my oil changed, the guys were like all like asking me questions about the paranormal because of my bumper stickers. Like
Nice.
It was the day we went to the Wickyards. I got my oil change right before that. And they're like asking me about the podcast, like where can we watch it? And the guy I was getting ready to pull out, he's like, you're officially our new favorite customer. I'm like, okay.
Nice.
They were just like so into like it. And then the woman in the car next to us, like, you like the paranormal? You're a ghost hunter? And she started like, where can I watch your show?
I stopped wearing my stuff out.
What's that?
That's why I stopped wearing my stuff out.
Well, I mean, I just had the big sticker in the back of my car.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can't do that, but
I have business cards.
we don't have the. Oh, I guess we could write them on there.
What?
Date
and time.
It has it on the back, I think.
Does it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it does.
And it has.
I don't have it in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah, and it has RU Media Network on it, and it has all of our names on it.
How you doing, Chris?
I probably haven't seen it.
Well, feel free to grab one at every event this weekend.
Yeah, and you guys
T-shirt,
take some, put in your wallet. I'll give you guys some. Oh my goodness.
Well, Heisenberg, you have a question for anybody? We got 10 minutes left.
Anybody have anything to plug?
Yes. We will be at Parapsychon this weekend at Ohio State Reformatory.
Eddie, they're supposed to put out the on-call schedule for June next month or next week, so I should know hopefully Monday. Yeah.
I can't believe it's already almost June.
I know. That's crazy.
My kids are talking about school being over in a couple weeks. I'm like, what? I feel like
my kids are done next Thursday. My kids are done a week from today.
Oh,
yeah.
See, I got like for work, I have an automatic scheduler. It just automatically schedules people's interviews into mine, but it doesn't it'll do it for like a week, 2 weeks in advance.
Oh yeah.
So like all of a sudden, I'm like, just going through, like, I'm booked up till June.
That's crazy.
And half these people don't even answer.
When you call to do the phone interview?
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of people don't answer.
Do they call you back?
Good second thought.
They just don't care.
Mm.
Wow.
I've never not showed up for an interview. I
Just
quit after there, but I've never just not showed up for an interview.
Yeah.
A lot of people hang up on me midway through.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. See, sometimes that's why I'm in a pissed off mood because I've been told no all day,
Yeah.
So hung up on all day.
Yeah.
So sometimes I come across like
I'm just over it.
Right? I don't blame you, man. Ugh.
It's hard to be a staff recruiter these days.
Yeah.
It's hard, man.
You're doing a great job, Heisenberg.
Keep it up.
You're doing a great job. What else do we have to plug? Nothing?
I mean, it got FC Icon in June at some point. I can't remember the weekend.
Maybe.
Just keep an eye out. We'll post something.
Yeah, we'll let you know. We'll get back to you on that. We'll circle back to that.
Eventually, we'll do another live ghost hunt somewhere.
I'm totally down for that.
Yeah. If I had the time, I'd say we just do that every week. But, time and money. Money and time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And it is rough, even if it's only like an hour away. But, to drive home after is a bit much sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting old sucks. I used to be able to do it 20 years ago, but not anymore. I'm lucky if I can ghost hunt until midnight these days.
Yeah, me too. I'm just like, time to hit the old trail here.
I know we just started like 2 hours ago, but
late.
Right? Yeah.
These ghosts know that they didn't stay up this late or that early into the morning.
No, they're all sleeping.
Right.
We're waking them up, man. That's why they don't talk to us sometimes. They're pissed.
Right.
So like we're talking about Parapsychon, like I know you have a hell of a drive, but I'm like dreading driving back and forth.
Yeah. I didn't plan that out very well.
It was hard. I tried to, but there was like nothing close that was affordable.
And remember all the horror stories last year from the hotels around there?
Yeah.
Like, no.
And they found another hotel in that area, but hopefully it's better than the one they had everybody at last time.
What I should have done is look for campgrounds.
It's going to be 60-some degrees out Saturday and rainy.
It's called a tent, bro.
No, D. We're not going
to. I'm going to crash at Mike's.
Yeah.
Is Mike's house closer?
Not that that's any closer. It's like maybe 10 minutes closer. Seriously, I might if it didn't end at 5, like if it ran a little bit later, I'd be totally fine with just finding a truck stop and like sleeping in my car overnight and like freshening up in the morning. But it's over at 5. I'm like, what am I going to do? Sit there for another 5 hours? And
right.
At least if I had a hotel room, you can go watch TV and eat and go to sleep.
Right.
Or what?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just complaining.
I definitely should have planned that out better, but it really snuck up on me. I'm not gonna lie.
I honestly didn't know about it until like last week. What time? Yeah. I thought it was like 2 weeks away.
Yeah, like last week, Goose said something about it, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's next weekend! Holy shit!" Like, I guess I better order some t-shirts. Luckily, our t-shirt guy is like on.
Even though I knew about it, I still felt like all of a sudden, here it is. It was this weekend. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Like, why does it always happen on the off week of pay? Like, damn it, I don't get paid till next week.
Yeah, that really.
So I'm not going to be buying a whole lot, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, right.
So I just end up buying a bunch of books that I'd never end up reading or just read part of and forget because I don't have time. But
yeah. There's going to be so many good vendors, though. I'm going to have to be careful.
Yep. I just want to see people and hang out, and we're going to be right next to Bump of the Night Society. It's not like we're going to be taking anything seriously. It's going to be ridiculous.
Even they're having amazing stuff. Have you seen the stuff that Jen's been posting?
Yeah, they have awesome merch. If I had money, I'd buy a hat.
Yeah, we should.
I wonder if we could barter.
A shirt for a shirt. We should make it a rule that when we get up to go visit people, we keep our wallet at the table. Like,
I never buy anything there anyways.
I could take my wallet. There's nothing in it. Like there's literally
the only thing
one...
I buy is from our table.
The only thing I bought last year, I think, was Dustin's book, which I just wanted to have. I just buy friends' books that just to have them. Say I'm supporting my friend, but I don't.
Yeah.
I have been reading Scareville, John. If you're still watching, that's really cool. I never read Goosebumps or anything as a kid, so this is pretty interesting. My daughter really wants to read it too, so I got to finish it quick.
Yeah.
She was totally into Goosebumps.
I should bring mine so John could sign it on Sunday.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna put.
I gotta order mine yet.
After John gets his second one out, he's already got the cover work for it.
I know, man. See what I was thinking? I was waiting for the set.
Yeah.
There you go, box set.
Right.
He's not gonna get me one book at a time. No way, John.
Not falling for your marketing.
I'm not falling for that.
I said that about like the Harry Potter books, and I still like bought every single one as they came out, and then bought the whole set again when they released it in a different print.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna get them both. I just never think about. All I think about is kid stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I'm way behind. There was a time when Ray couldn't do anything. He barely could do anything because he had the kids.
Yeah.
Right.
And now it's hitting me.
Yeah.
It still hits me partial because they might need me like to be at everything, but they still are very involved, and I feel like as a parent I should be. You know what I mean? Like a MadCon, I'm sure I'm probably gonna have to run from MadCon to a band show or something right after, like I did last year. You know. But I like being there to support my kids, so
right.
You know, family things like family first. I mean, that's why I completely understand when you guys can't come to something. Just, like, we work it out that way.
Right.
But, all right, I think we've rambled enough, hey?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Good at it.
All right.
Yeah, seriously, you guys come and see us this weekend.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody is going to be there, so I don't need to tell you to come because you're already planning on coming. But
I'll be there Sunday signing autographs.
Oh my god! Heisenberg, don't even make me print 8x10 pictures of you for you to sign.
No.
Oh, you got to.
I'm just joking, man.
I'm gonna do it.
All right,
you have to sign each one different.
I'm gonna give you more things to worry about, that D. I'm just gonna sit here and think of everything that my anxiety could pull out.
We should compare notes sometime.
I know, it'd be crazy,
right?
Because I think of some outlandish shit sometimes, man. Like, what happens if the moon crashes into us? Well, I know what happens, but what if it did?
Right. How soon is it going to happen?
And if the moon blew up or got knocked out of orbit, would it really affect us? I don't affect the tides.
Right. Which probably would affect other things, I would imagine.
Yeah, moon pictures.
With my Samsung.
I got quite a few of them too.
Oh, yes, Darren. We have to remember to take pictures.
Yes. I did pretty good last year at PORCH.
I did not. I think I took 4, and 3 of them were of Dustin Pari's forearms because Tim Miley told me to go take a picture.
Yeah, because Tim Miley told her to.
I will show you the text.
I know. She showed you last year. It was funny. All right. All right, Crypto Heads, we're signing off. And hopefully we'll see you Saturday. As many as you can come. PORCH at Mansfield Prison Saturday and Sunday. So, yeah. What do we say, D?
Don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole.
Like, bye, guys.
Hope you guys are